Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Jaramillo. It's October 6th, and we just got out of our meeting. I heard that some of you were unable to make to the meeting, so I just wanted to make sure that you got your notes into your math composition notebook. So you should have your math composition notebook. It's blue, and we're going to turn to our table of contents. We're going to skip a line, and we're going to add page 5 to our notes in our notebook. This is still going to be the same standard. We're still talking about multiplication and knowing how to come up with our product, except now we're going to talk about multiplication with arrays. Now, at any time that you need to pause this so that you can copy it, go ahead and pause your video so that you can catch up. So I'm going to take a look at, we have our table of contents, which is the next page. We also should still have our place value note, which is going to be our page 1. You should also, on page 2, have your rounding to the nearest 10 and 100 notes. And the top, or the first page is going to be rounding to the nearest 10, and the back of that page is rounding to the nearest 100. Page 3 is going to be our multiples of 10 chart. Multiple of 10 chart should be with our rounding section. Page 4 is going to be our anchor chart with multiplication. And this should be in your blue folder in your plastic sleeve in the back of your DMA. So that should be pasted onto page 4. And page 5 is going to be our multiplication with arrays. Okay, so before I move on, the back of page 4 is our notes on multiplication. So this is the back of page 4. And this next page is going to be the front, which is page 5. So this is the front of page 5. For your your composition notebook. So this is going to be multiplication using arrays. An array is a set of objects arranged or set up as equal rows and columns. So instead of having our groups, we're taking those groups and now making them into a row. So what's the is as they're lined up into a row instead of being clumped together in a group. So the same idea, except now we're just using what we call an array to arrange these objects into rows. Okay? So just like in multiplication, the first factor is our number of rows. We can replace the multiplication symbol with rows of. My second factor is the number of objects that are in each row. And the product is going to tell me my total objects. So each line here is one row. So here I have one row of 5. I have a second row with 5 and a third row of 5. So that gives me my 3 rows of 5. And when I add those or groups together, 5 plus 5 plus 5 is going to give me my 15 total objects for my product. So we're adding this in so that when we have any You can always use this as a resource to help you with your understanding of arrays. So I'm going to post this in your folder for today, which is Tuesday, October 6th. And I'm also going to mail it to those that were unable to make it to the meeting in their mailbox. So look for it in both places. That's our notes for today. Have a great